This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fights. Always good to see Michael McKinson here on Fight Week, ahead of a massive fight for yourself, Tulani Mbenge, IBO World Title. Yeah, how's things, mate? How are you?
I'm good. It feels good to finally be here. And Mbenge is a name that's been on the radar since, I think, last year. He could have been one of my opponents for the December fight last year. So, yeah, it's good to finally be here. I've known about this since May. Yeah. I feel like in camp all year. But genuine world-class opponent for a good title as well. A title that he's won before. A title with a win could lead up a lot of opportunities for me. So I'm very focused, very focused.
Seemed like a little bit of needle there. What was you both saying to each other?
Well, originally he said which fair plays from South Africa, and I've only fought Ortiz and then nobody else he's heard of. And then he reeled off two names he fought, Sissoko and Formella, and then I was like, hang on a minute, you've never heard of anyone that I've beat, but I've beat up somebody that beat Formella. So he started the needle, and I won't have none of it really, but yeah, him and his team seemed respectful 1 minute and then trying to have little slide comments as well. Nothing I've not seen before though. Yeah.
Definitely. As you say, like, you've been wanting this for a while and it's been sort of room for a while. I remember sort of messaging you, you got this date, that date. So is it finally good to be on Fight Week and not have, I guess, any hiccups?
Yeah. I remember speaking to you. Like, I've known about this since May, and then it's just a few dates getting moved back, and then I thought, oh, is it a broken promise? And no, we're finally here, so I've got to put the frustration year behind me, stay focused and get the win on Saturday.
As you say there about sort of having that for a long time and having different dates, like, I know we sort of would have spoken about, touched it before, but how do you manage that in terms of sort of dieting, training, like when to step it up, when to sort of watch the weight? Like, it must be frustrating.
Yeah, I was over in New York training because I thought this date was going to be in end of July or end of August. There's been a few dates, and then they said, oh, it's not happening. I was like, no way. So it just allowed me more. I could rest more, I could pace it a lot better, and then step it up when we needed to. Obviously, last month I went out to Philadelphia and was lucky enough to be around some very good fighters and sparring some elite fighters. So yeah, like when we've had to step it up, we have.
Absolutely, and yeah, we'll just touch on there being in Philadelphia. I think I saw on your Instagram, I saw quality rounds with obviously Jaron Boots Ennis, and I sort of spoke to you about it a little bit, and yeah, it must have been some class work, not just sparring Boots, but being in Philadelphia as well and being in America.
Yeah, I sparred him I think 3 times. They do 4-minute rounds and 30-second break. It was brutal over there. The sparring was unbelievable, but even the days I weren't sparring him and I was just training alongside him and the fighters in his gym, just learning, and with Bozy as well, he really took some time, gave me some time and advice and worked with me. So I feel very lucky to have been able to have that opportunity experience. It wasn't really an opportunity, we went there as opportunists. We didn't get asked, we went there, can we get some sparring? It was one of them, and lucky enough for me, I did all right for them to say, yeah, come back, and only left Philadelphia a better fighter.
Yeah, as you say, like, I guess them rounds with Boots Ennis, hard hitting, switch hitter. Like, how valuable is that as a fighter, and especially being in your weight class as well? It must be, yeah, some real top class rounds, even with the added 4 minutes as well.
Yeah, I don't care how good Tulani Mbenge is. I don't care what he can bring. I've had it worse in this camp. I've had it harder than anything he can bring in this camp. So yeah, like, I know he's got a good game plan and he's very confident, but they all are. They all are until they're falling behind in a fight and they're getting desperate.
And it's always been sort of a frequent thing that you've done quite a few camps and done a few weeks in America here. Yeah, just that in general, whether it be Philadelphia, New York, that must be so much of a benefit to you, just the atmosphere alone.
Yeah, 100%. For me, good things happen when I'm away from Portsmouth. I love my city of Portsmouth, very proud, but I prefer being away because that's where the development happens. And fortunate for me, I've got a good sponsor that paid for me to go to America twice. I spent a good week up north sparring with Jack Rafferty as well. For his, I think I played a bit of a part in his British title win last week, the other week. But yeah, I've had a very good camp, but it's no if, buts or maybes on this fight, really. Like when I went over to Texas to fight Ortiz, I had nothing to lose. I've got everything to lose right now. A win here really changes things for me. You know, like I've known about this for a long time. Do you remember seeing me in Coventry that day?
Yeah, that was in like June time. Yeah, and I think we spoke about it. Yeah.
That's the night I found out. Like after I got back to the hotel, I found out it could be for the IBO title. That seems like a lifetime ago, doesn't it? So yeah, it feels good to finally be here. I'm looking forward to having some good food on Sunday and most importantly with a new belt.
Definitely, for sure. Mike, it's always a pleasure to see you, mate. Always good to catch up. All the best on Saturday, mate. Appreciate your time, mate.